about 900 meters above sea level, 0 degrees, and I'm waiting for the sun to come up. Well, good morning from Coronet Peak in Queenstown. And this morning I'm going to shoot sunrise. What I've decided, I come up here a couple of days ago and did a bit of a recce and noticed there was just this bit of a plateau just before the top of the mountain. And I thought that's going to be a great platform to get a sunrise, because the sunrise is actually just over here on my east. Can't really film it at the moment because it's still pitch black. What I've got at the moment, I'm looking straight across to the Remarkables mountain range, and down below me I've got all the valley which leads all the way straight out to Lake Wakatipu and Queenstown. What I've got set up is I've got my Nikon D850 with the 80 to 400mm lens. Now you're thinking, well, you haven't got a wide angle lens, what are you doing? You're not going to be able to get it all in. This morning I'm not planning to get it all in, I'm actually planning to do a panorama, because I sussed that out when I was doing the recce. It would look okay with a nice wide angle shot, a nice bit of foreground, but I've just got a feeling that it's going to work out much better as a panorama. Probably something like a 7-stitch shot where I'll go right across to my right. Anyway, I think I'll just sit back and relax and enjoy the atmosphere. It's still pitch black here, and wait for the sun to come up and we'll jump into action. So you probably noticed while I was doing the panorama that I had the camera up in portrait mode. What that actually does is it gives me more megapixel count when it comes to stitching the photo together, so it gives me a very high quality photo. It also gives me the ability to crop it top and bottom. So the settings on the camera that I had today, I was at f8 at ISO 100, and I was shooting at about 1 second each shot. What I did notice a little bit later on after I'd done that panorama was over to my left here is the Crown Range, and there was just a little tiny bit of colour coming out on it, and just the way the cloud was dancing over top of the mountain looked absolutely beautiful. So here's that panorama for you to have a look at. Okay, so the lighting wasn't what I expected, but hey, that's photography for you. You get up, you hope for the best that the sun's going to get under there, but unfortunately the clouds didn't turn to that colour. I still got the panorama just to show you. This is it on screen now. I mean, it's not a bad shot, but it could be much better with some colour in the sky. I have been up here before once in 2014. And just before dawn then, it was much colder, and I actually ended up getting the stars with the dawn coming up at the same time, so that turned out to be a pretty good shot. The reason why I came back up here again was because I really wanted that panoramic shot with the nice colour in the sky. But hey, that's photography. You still get up, get out in beautiful nature. I still enjoyed the sunrise, that's the main thing. Yeah, that's the main thing. Come on, Alford, we can do a bit better than that. You still got one morning left. Now get your butt back up that mountain. So here I am, I'm back up at Coronet Peak. It is 7:20 a.m. Sunrise is at 10 to 8, and I think this time it's going to work. This time I think I'm going to get some really, really nice colour in the sky. Got a little bit of mist down in the valley here, which should add to the shot. Just looking down here now, and I've got early morning skiers coming up the road there. Fingers crossed. I didn't get out of bed for nothing this morning. We'll see how we go. So this morning I'm doing something a little bit different than yesterday. I had the 80 to 400mm lens on, but today I've actually opted for the 24 to 70 because yesterday I noticed with the 80 to 400mm, I was shooting about 80mm and it was just that little bit too tight. So I've got that leniency now between the 24 to 70. I'm thinking probably I'm going to be looking at about a 50mm panorama going straight across. So once again, I think it'll be something like a 7 or 8 stitch panorama. Gee, it is looking absolutely gorgeous here at the moment. I can see the sun is just starting to come over the horizon there. But looking across at the Remarkables mountain range, it's got beautiful mist down in the valley, and you've got that famous New Zealand long white cloud going right along the top of the mountain range. Rightio, it is time to swing into action and it's gonna work. Look, here we go. Over that away, I don't know if you can just see it, the pink is just starting to hit the bottom of the cloud, so it's time to swing into action. I'll just have to put you down, guys, and rip into it. Have a look at this cloud formation over here. Look at this. How amazing is that? Straight through there. Land of the long white cloud indeed. New Zealand, you are beautiful. One thing I did pick up while I was doing the panorama was I noticed there was just one frame, and I'm looking down on the Shotover River, and just in the valley surrounding the Remarkables mountain range is a bit of low-lying fog, and just above it is more cloud on the horizon. So I've actually grabbed that as a normal frame as well. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just down that away, you can just see that fog there, and then just up above it is another cloud line. It looks really, really beautiful as a still image. So I'm just going to quickly grab that as well. Well, they say in comedy that timing is everything, and I think that can also apply to photography, especially landscape photography, because now, as you can see just around here, the low cloud has now completely blocked my view of the Remarkables mountain range. So there you go, I got my panorama just in time. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Hope you got something out of it. Always feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, it's time for me to leave Queenstown. I'm now going to head out east on the South Island here in New Zealand. And yeah, I'll be making more videos there. So stay tuned and I'll see you next time.